The British Empire colonized the United States for 176 years. This was from the year 1607 to 1783. The British established their first permanent settlement in Jamestown in 1607 and were defeated in the American Revolutionary War in 1783. During the struggle of the American Revolutionary War, a secret group known as the Culper Spy Ring became an instrumental force in securing American independence. From 1778 to 1783, this network provided General George Washington with critical intelligence from British-occupied New York City, significantly influencing the war's outcome. How did this spy ring get started? How did they work? How exactly did they influence the war? Take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel as we take you back in time to tell the story of the Culper Spy Ring. The British seized New York City in August 1776 and transformed it into a strategic stronghold and naval base. Recognizing the necessity of reliable intelligence from this hub, General Washington appointed Major Benjamin Tallmadge, who was a young cavalry officer from Setauket, Long Island, as a director of military intelligence. One of his first assignments was to establish a spy network. Tallmadge recruited trusted individuals from his hometown, including Abraham Woodhull and Robert Townsend, who operated under the aliases Samuel Culper Sr. and Samuel Culper Jr., respectively. The name, Culper Ring, was an adaptation of Culpeper, the small Virginia community where George Washington had worked as a surveyor in his youth. Though he had a limited budget for espionage, Washington devoted nearly 1/4 of it to the ring. The Culper Spy Ring developed sophisticated methods to gather and transmit information. Members like Woodhull and Townsend collected intelligence on British troop movements, fortifications, and plans within New York City. To communicate securely, they employed techniques such as coded messages, invisible ink, and elaborate courier systems. For instance, messages were often written in invisible ink between the lines of seemingly innocuous letters, requiring a special chemical to reveal the hidden text. Woodhull used to travel to the British-occupied New York City every few weeks to gather intelligence. His married sister, Mary Underhill, lived there and gave him a valid reason to visit. He provided precise reports on the identity of British units and the numbers of troops and dispositions in New York City, and this proved his worth as a spy. Afterwards, he recruited his brother-in-law, Amos Underhill, to also gather intelligence, but Underhill's reports weren't of much value. In June 1779, Woodhull recruited Robert Townsend to gather intelligence in New York City by using the alias Samuel Culper Jr. Townsend was involved in business there, and his presence would arouse less suspicion than Woodhull's visits. He had access to British officers through various channels, including his own tailoring business. Now here's how the flow of information worked with this spy ring. When Townsend began his intelligence activities in New York City, Woodhull operated almost exclusively from Setauket and revised the communications network. So Townsend would pass intelligence to a courier who would take it to Setauket and pass it to Woodhull, usually by dead drop in a box hidden in a field. Woodhull would evaluate and comment on it and pass it to Brewster, who would occasionally add an intelligence note of his own, take it across Long Island Sound and pass it to Major Tallmadge, Director of Military Intelligence, who ensured it reached General Washington. Secretive, huh? Well, it was a great investment, as this led to many pivotal successes. In 1780, the ring uncovered British plans to ambush newly arrived French forces under Lieutenant General Rochambeau in Newport, Rhode Island. Warned by the ring's intelligence, Washington mobilized his troops, prompting British General Sir Henry Clinton to abandon the planned attack and return to New York City. Without the spy ring's warnings to Washington, the Franco-American alliance would most likely have been damaged or destroyed by this surprise attack. The Culper Spy Ring also alerted Washington to a British scheme to flood the American economy with counterfeit currency. This could have destabilized America's finances. The Congress took measures to counteract this threat by retiring the bills. Wait, there's even more. Tallmadge and his ring provided intelligence that hinted at a high-ranking American officer's betrayal, leading to the exposure of Benedict Arnold's plot to surrender West Point to the British. While the full details emerged later, the ring's information was instrumental in uncovering this treachery. In the midst of all these, The secrecy that came with the spy ring was so strict that even Washington did not know the identity of all of the operatives. Townsend, for example, was recruited by Woodhull and was especially insistent that his identity not be revealed, although Austin Roe and Jonas Hawkins needed to know him. The Culper Spy Ring's meticulous intelligence gathering and unwavering commitment provided General Washington with the insights needed to make strategic decisions. Their efforts not only thwarted British plans, but also bolstered the morale and resilience of the Continental Army. Operating under constant threat of discovery, the Ring's members showed courage, leaving a permanent mark on America's fight for independence. In the records of American history, the Culper Spy Ring stands as a testament to the power of intelligence and the profound impact a dedicated group of individuals can have on the destiny of a nation. Long live the United States of America. If you enjoyed this trip back to America's Revolutionary War, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. We're always telling stories that take you way back.